Greetings, Seeking parents and students. We're now in week 8 of our quarantine and distance learning, and we have 7 more weeks to go. So we've shown resiliency so far, so I think we can do it. We're halfway there. I wanted to take a moment to give you an update on our new district's grading policy that's been very generous, and it's to be very helpful to our students. So here's kind of the details of the implementation. The grading policy was put into effect to be the grade that shows up on the transcript at the end of the semester or the end of the quarter for middle school parents, our students. And however, teachers have the choice if they would like to implement that policy now, like if they want that to be their current grading policy and then it follows all the way through to the end, or if they want to keep their traditional grading policy in school loop, just because some teachers feel like that's a more accurate feedback. And then at the end of the semester or quarter, you get the benefit of the grace and the gift of the generous grading policy. So either way, it's going to pay off for you students. And so don't harass your teachers and bug them if some teachers are doing it, implementing it now, and others are going to wait till the end, because when it's all said and done, every student will benefit. The big takeaway is do not get an incomplete. This will create extra work and double work for you, either over the summer or when school resumes in the fall. So the goal is to stay in the ABC range and make sure you're passing your courses. Take advantage of this time when teachers are being very generous, even outside this policy, trying to be understanding with all that we're all dealing with in each of our own families, with the impact of this quarantine and everyone working from home, learning and doing school from home, lots of family stuff going on. So take advantage of just staying faithful to your work, completing your work, and keeping organized so that when this semester is over, you have done well and you finish strong. And with that, I also want to give a word of encouragement to our students taking AP tests. I know you've been especially stressed with the whole new format. Your teachers have been stressed, but they've been very diligent to help you with the new format. I encourage you to persevere and push all the way through to take the exam, because I think there'll also be some generous giving on the end of College Board with the way they're grading. I mean, they expect you to do well, but I think they're going to understand the circumstances that we're all going through. And the advantage of taking the exam is that it is a much cheaper way to get college credit than taking a full course. Most colleges don't take credit for your AP exam up front, but they will give it to you usually during your sophomore and junior year. I cannot ever remember talking to an alumni that said they did not get all their AP credit in some form or fashion, whether it was just as elective credit. Every person eventually gets that College Board credit if you pass the exam. So I encourage you to do well, stay focused, work closely with your teachers because they're working hard, and we wish you well for over the next 2 weeks. Students, all of you, I encourage you to stay focused with your academics, and please follow up with your meetings with your teachers. They're trying to be conscientious and give you a good educational experience, as hard as it is on distant learning. So be respectful and fulfill your obligation because they're doing their part as your teacher. So with that, I hope everyone's doing well and hang in there, and we'll get through this together. So have a good evening.